Nitrogen hypoxia is a method of execution where a respirator mask is placed over the inmate's face, and their breathing air is replaced with pure nitrogen gas. This deprives the individual of oxygen, leading to unconsciousness in a few seconds and ultimately causing death in several minutes. And this was recently for the first time tried on a real death sentence inmate, Kenneth Eugene Smith, on January 25, 2024, making history for the first of its kind of execution. Boy, some folks become famous in weird ways. Here's what happened before and after his execution. Let's look at the events, crime, and demise of Kenneth Eugene Smith, who not voluntarily though, created history on his deathbed. Or should we say death chair? Kenneth Eugene Smith, born on July 4, 1965, was an American criminal convicted for the murder for hire of Elizabeth Sennett in Colbert County, Alabama, on March 18, 1988. Pastor Charles Sennett Sr. orchestrated the murder of his own wife Elizabeth, recruiting Billy Gray Williams, who, in turn, enlisted Kenneth Eugene Smith and John Forrest Parker. This is exactly why I don't trust pastors these days. Smith and Parker carried out the stabbing death of Elizabeth Sennett in her Colbert County home. Elizabeth was found fatally injured in her home on March 18, 1988. The investigation initially suggested a staged home invasion. Following Elizabeth's murder, Pastor Charles Sennett Sr. committed suicide upon learning he was a suspect. The pastor now rots in hell. Billy Gray Williams received a life sentence without parole and died in prison in November 2020. Both Smith and Parker were sentenced to death. Parker was executed in June 2010, while Smith faced numerous legal challenges. In November 2022, Smith's execution by lethal injection was scheduled but was a failure due to issues connecting intravenous lines. After losing a final appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court, Smith became the first person to be executed by nitrogen hypoxia on January 25, 2024. As part of a settlement, the state agreed to use a novel execution method, nitrogen hypoxia. Witnesses noted a 25-minute execution, during which Smith appeared conscious and exhibited violent movements before being pronounced dead at 8:25 p.m. In the aftermath, one of Elizabeth Sennett's sons expressed that justice had been served, emphasizing the closure after over 3 decades since his mother's death. Smith's execution by nitrogen hypoxia marked a historic first globally.